Well, hey there, guys, gals, llamas, llamettes. I'm just leaving it at that. So, another video here. Again, social commentary and issue, unmonetized, not normal stuff. Chilling in the backyard. And another thing that I didn't know was going on that I was keyed into by a viewer on the live stream, and of course, um, that this came to light ultimately by the artist formerly known as Super Steel Steve, who we got to talk about Super Steel Steve in a minute too, like before we get into this. But we are so this is not a video that this is not a planned video. I hate doing this on my phone. How do you get centered on the damn phone? I need a tripod for the phone, which I had and then Aiden absconded with. Anyway, so I'm gonna give credit to the viewer who keyed me to this in the live stream and focused me on where I need to go in the video description. And of course, deserves credit for this. But so we got to talk about. So this involves Axial Knives. This is not going to be a bad one. I'm sitting in the rain because I like it, because I want to be outside right now. So Axial, you guys know, is a brand that I have. You know, sometimes there's a brand that I put my weight behind because I feel like they're doing good. And Steve is a guy who. Here's the thing about Steve. His personality is like. He reminds me of one of my drill sergeants from basic, okay? Because he is a very. He's the kind of guy who you love the way he comes off or you hate the way he comes off. But the thing is, whether you love him or you hate him, the thing is he's usually right. And you can disagree. You disagree with him just because you don't like his approach, and that's cool and all. But you disagree with him. But in the end, you realize like the man's not wrong. Like, he's correct. And we have, like, me and him have not always seen eye to eye on every issue. But at the end of the day, like, he was right. He's not wrong. And he's the thing is, he's in your face about it, and that's what I respect about him the most, is that he does not give a fuck if you like it. He's telling you the way it needs to be told. And so that's why I connect with what he says. So anyway, he had a story on Instagram, or a post, or whatever Instagram, fuck Instagram does. Story time with Steve, and he and his wife were going to the knife mecca at Smoky Mountain, and I'm gonna give you the very short version. They went in like a dark corner, covered in cobwebs and no lighting, and in a small unused closet with a sign that said "Beware of the leopard." They had some Axial knives, and the knives were like, not only were they not like, they weren't prominently displayed with like a big display, but they just were like marked down, basically being sold at cost. And like, I love Axial. Like, I mean, I'm not even an OTF kind of guy. And my video of their first folder just posted. And the thing is, like, they're just a good brand, and they don't fucking gouge you for every cent they can because they're made in the USA. And they have one fixed blade that's not made in the USA. I don't understand why. Like, everything else is made in the USA. What are they doing with that one fixed blade? But whatever. But awesome materials, great engineering. It's a good knife brand. So all of these knives are marked down at cost, just kind of in the corner. And so Steve asked the woman, "What's going on with this? Like, are these, like, why? For what? Speak, knife wench." And she told him flat out. She's like, "Look, we got to get rid of these. We got to get them out of the store." Microtech has essentially said, "Get the shit out of your store." and kind of giving them like a bullying, like, look, you want to sell our shit or you want to sell their shit? What do you want? And now listen, that's not a threat. It is a threat, but I mean, it's not like a is it putting a gun to their head? Well, kind of, yeah. Not really, because sure, they get to make the choice, but then again, you know, look at the choice that the largest knife, like, brick and mortar store has to make. A brand with the following and the market share and everything the size of Microtech says, get rid of this little brand new upstart on the market, or you will not be able to, you know, distribute our stuff. So, like, you know, people are going to come along and say, like, oh, they didn't force them to do it. Well, yeah, gun to their head, sure, no. But, yeah, kind of, you know, you gotta look at it in business terms. So, now this was a case of one woman working in the store who said a thing, and that's messed up, but, so, okay. Well, the next day after this story posted, or a few days, you know, Steve went and just kind of shot a message off to whoever customer service over at Axial, and asked if they could kind of confirm whatever this is. And you know what? There's confirmation from them, and I shared that to my Instagram story, so I'm not going to go into that. But I decided, like, look, this is pissed me, like, my family here in PA makes money off of a small business, right? Like, we are a USA based small business, and we do compete with some larger businesses that have influence. Now, we've never faced anything like this, right? We survive. We trade off our name and the quality of the work, which is what Axial does, because the quality of their stuff is very, very good. But I like, it hit me. Like, I get it. Like, why would a big company like, why would they have to bully a smaller company out of the marketplace like that? There's no, and Steve hit all this. I'm repeating what Steve said right now, okay? And then I'm gonna get into some newer stuff. But like, so, like, cause Steve, he's on it. Like, he got it. Like, I'm not, like, so I'm not trying to copy what he said, but I'm just, like, I'm telling you, this is, like, he had all the source material for this already. Like, they're not infringing on copyright. They're not copying designs. There's no mechanical, functional, stuff that they stole from them. Like, the only thing that it could come down to, from if you think about it logically, because Microtech has not given any explanation for this, is that Axial is an up and comer. Like, they are good people, like what Axial has, right? That's what I'm saying, right? Like, Axial is putting out good shit, and people are buying it, and it's at half the cost for a lot of the same materials and functionality of what, like, a Microtech OTF would give you. And Microtech doesn't like that. And so, you know, they're being dicks about it. My opinion only. I can't speak, like, I'm not saying, I can only give you what my assumption and opinion would be. So, I was thinking about this after watching the video, and Steve reminds me a lot of a guy I knew. We actually called him the Elf from Hell. And I have no idea how tall you are, Steve. Don't get offended, but you've got that kind of sort of ginger-looking beard. this guy was a flying crew chief gunner with the Night Stalkers, the 160th Special Operations Aviation Regiment. And he was a very short dude, but he had that kind of gingery beard, which is why we called him the Elf from Hell. And like this dude, his skill with a minigun from a Blackhawk was just fucking epic. Sorry, it just. But every time I see Steve with that beard, it reminds me of the Elf from Hell. So I decided I was gonna, like, and again, this is not trusting what has come from anybody else, but like, if I'm gonna talk about this, I need to be able to say firsthand, like, not I heard from a guy who heard from a guy, like my sister's brother's cousin's uncle heard from a guy at 31 Flavors last night that Ferris is dying. But, you know, like, I need to be able to say firsthand, I heard this. So I got in touch with some dudes at Axial, and I was like, you know, listen, I want to talk to somebody in some kind of marketing department or something, and like, my name is this, and this is me. I cringed at the fact that I actually did it. I'm like, you may know me as DocP91B on YouTube, because that's how they contact me. You know, like, it was the shittiest, but I talked to a guy, and, you know, name withheld, who was super awesome. I mean, super great guy. And he was like, oh, wow, it's, you know, cool to talk to you and everything. And, like, so what can I do for you? Is there a problem? Like, it's the guy who sends me the samples that they send me to test out and stuff. He's like, is there anything wrong? Like, can I, you know, what's up? And I was like, well, let me ask you, is there anything wrong? What's up? Like, here's what I heard this story. And, like, to be honest, the story kind of pisses me off. And I just sort of want to touch base with you guys and know, like, number one, is there something going, like, is this a thing going on? Number two, is this affecting, like, is this going to affect where we can get the knives? And number three, like, can we help, like, somewhere? And the guy was super cool, and he was very grateful to have, I'm not the only person that reached out to them. I'll leave it at that. And he said, look, our lawyers are on it. The lawyers have filed a cease and desist order against Microtech, and he said flat, he's like, we don't want to have beef with Microtech. We respect Microtech. Microtech is a huge player in this industry. Like, we respect their game. We're not trying to, like, we didn't do anything to Microtech. Like, we, you know, and his statement, there's enough room in this industry for everybody. We don't know what we did to them. Like, we don't know what's going on. But he confirmed it firsthand that yes, this is a thing that has happened, and not just with Smoky Mountain. This is a thing that is happening with Microtech. And he said, like, legally, I can't, you know, when I said, like, you know, if there's something people could do to help or whatever, he goes, I can't ask you or tell you or anything to do whatever, you know, like, I mean, but, you know, I appreciate you reaching out. And I said, all right, I get the legal thing, but let me ask you this, will it hurt you if I say, like, make a video about the situation or whatever, you know, will that be bad for you? And he's like, again, I could never ask you to do that, but you know, we're okay here. Our lawyers are doing good, and we have, like, some good customers and everything. And I said, okay, but you didn't say no, so you didn't say it's bad. And he was a very, very, like, it was a very nice conversation. And then he said, you know what you could do if you really want to help? What ideas do you have? What do you think customers would enjoy seeing in the future? You know, like, tell me that. Tell me what, you know, from your observations messing with the knives, like, what can we improve on? Awesome dude. And to me, that is a sign of a good company. Like, imagine the situation, like, hey, we've got this giant in the industry breathing down our necks, and, you know, they're trying to shake us out of the market here. But while I got you on the phone, like, how can we improve our product? Like, what would we do better? How can we make customers more happy? That's good. That's fucking awesome customer service, and that's what matters. Solid product, care about the customers, care about what they think, and, by the way, what can we do better? Not we're going to use our name to fuck other people out, you know? So I am not going to play the game of, like, you know, go boycott this or go boycott that. Guys, you vote with your dollar. You do what you want. And Microtech does have some good products. Don't go throw your shit out. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. People are like, you know, and I don't want to stir the whole pot with the hinderer thing again, because that's, like, people are like, I'm throwing away my hinderers. That's the dumbest fucking thing. You spent $500 on a hinderer knife, and because the owner is kind of being a dick, you throw your $500 away, like when the Nike thing was big, and people are, like, burning their Nikes. Like, oh, that'll teach them that Nike really lost money over that, buddy. Nah. If you spent your money, use your shit. It's yours. If you choose not to support a company now because of what they're doing, that's how you vote with your dollar. Cool. But, you know, the best thing you could do is to support the little guy. The best thing you could do in this situation is to support a company that has done nothing wrong, provides a good product, is a good member of this community and basically just use some support. And you know, like I said, I'm not putting in an affiliate link in this. I'm not monetizing this video or anything else. Just show Axial some support. Go check out their website. Go see their things. And next time you're looking at buying like a new OTF, or they, you know, they got a little pry bar or a little utility knife holder or some other cool accessories, give them a thought. Give them a shot. They have some cool stuff. They have some really nice little products out there. And you know, if you feel like you know, spreading the word on this, I mean, I encourage you to do that. Spread the word on this. You know, it is not capitalism or like free market or anything else for a big company to bully a little company out of sales. What is capitalism and free market is for everybody to have a seat at the table. And if a good product happens to start, you know, superseding what has already been out there on the market for years and years, then that bigger company needs to up their game and figure out why and do better. But anyway, that's my thought on it. I love fighting for the little guy. I love fighting for the little guy. Because me, my family, our company, we're the little guy. We're just a little guy. Every day somebody comes to our shop and is like, wow, I had no idea you guys are even here and even exist. And we're like, yeah, we're just here. We're just here doing our thing. And, you know, we make our money off of return customers who are happy with what we do. That's what it is. There certainly are bigger companies that are, you know, more well established and stuff, but we just do good work and hope to see you again. So anyway, that's my 2 cents, guys. I'm going to put links to the Instagram stories for Steve, so you can check out his original stuff and, you know, follow him anyway, because he's fucking funny all the time. And links to Axial's website. Like I said, no affiliate links, nothing like that. Just go check out their website, support the company if you so choose, and spread the word. And yeah, let's do the right thing and help some little guys out. And hopefully Microtech will figure out what the fuck they're doing. And, you know, maybe they thought nobody would find out, but now we found out. So I'm going to hang out in the rain. And here's my question for you for the rest of the day. What was the correct answer from Big Trouble in Little China? Does the brave man like the feel of nature on his face? Or is the wise man smart enough to get in out of the rain? What do you guys think? All right, remember, you guys are all absolutely awesome. I appreciate every single one of you, and I'll be back again real soon.